because the last time we met up, I told you that I hadn't got to it yet. Like I think I started it.
But for everybody that is just joining us, because we're at the beginning of the pod, obviously we're talking about the Kendrick Lamar album. Hey, how you doing?
Kendrick, hi, hey,
what it do?
Podcast.
All right, so
anyway, so I listened through it. I think maybe I haven't caught the last handful of songs on the album. I think I got through the whole thing except like maybe the last 2 or 3, and I enjoyed some of those pieces for sure. I just don't see it as a Kendrick album that I'm gonna go back to and constantly replay, just because it's more for the introspective value behind it. Like I appreciated the story that he told, and I understood how he's been dealing with grief and how he's been, just putting the message out there. You know what I'm saying? And humanizing him a little bit more. So like I appreciated the experience of listening to the album, but I'm not entirely sure if this is an album that I want to enjoy over and over again. Like Damn.
Agreed.
Or even To Pimp a Butterfly. You know, like those are just like pieces you can go back to and just be like,
why did Shawny's face go like that?
No, because like I agreed up until the Pimp a Butterfly part, because I feel like
Butterfly was a masterpiece.
Yeah, but I feel like this is literally another Pimp a Butterfly.
But the style of music was different.
I mean,
the style of music is very different. So
it was more jazz on.
Yeah, it was more jazzy and a little bit more like upbeat. So this one is just kind of a little bit more all over the place. It's very up and down on the emotional spectrum. Like he has some songs that are upbeat and that he is talking about like, upbeat kind of things, and then he has his more depressing, like this was how I was dealing with this kind of experience story. I don't know. I just felt like the vibes were different on To Pimp a Butterfly and Damn especially. Those are just the 2 albums that I usually go like I prefer those over like Good Kid, Mad City. Even though Good Kid, Mad City is also really, really good, I just personally like To Pimp a Butterfly and Damn just a little bit more. So this one was good. It was a good album, but I don't see myself re-listening to it over and over again like I do other albums. That's my only take.
That's fair. Fair.
I'm the same. I think for me personally, I always go back to Good Kid, Mad City. Like that to me is like I love it. Like that's a no skip. I could just vibe out to it anywhere.
No skips.
Yeah.
No skips.
No skips.
You listen to I'm Real?
I listen to everything. Is a beautiful.
I'm real. I'm really, really real. You listen to that?
Yes. Okay. Because when you listen to the whole album,
I mean, why am I saying that? Are you listening to that? You be watching Baruto. What the fuck? Of course you listen to that.
Okay. Wow. I hope the viewers come crazy at you for comparing Good Kid, Mad City to Baruto.
I didn't. I compared I'm Real.
That one specific song.
Good Kid, Mad City is definitely up there.
A whole series. That's like comparing an episode or an arc. An arc would be a better comparison. Not the whole
this nigga semantics, thing. Man. All right, give us your take on the Kendrick album, bro. Please.
I told you, I agree with John. I literally agree with everything he said to the T.
I know Crispin don't really fuck with Kendrick like that.
Not that I don't fuck with Kendrick. I just don't really be listening to albums anymore. I just stopped.
Got you.
I understand. You're not invested in listening to a whole project.
Yeah, nah, because I just think albums now are just like they just be boring to me. I don't know. Like when I used to listen to albums back in the day, 50 Cent, Fat Joe, all those albums, they were taking me like this. I feel like albums now, like at least for me, they go like this sometimes, but they just come right back to the same, It's not a roller coaster.
You didn't bump the Bad Bunny album?
Nah, I haven't listened to that, and I'm supposed to listen to my other podcast.
Bro,
I feel like
that album is
I'm supposed to listen to that one. I'm supposed to listen to that one for my other podcast, and I haven't.
Every Hispanic person was telling me it is the album of the year.
Honestly,
oh my god!
Letting you know,
honestly,
that album
it ain't just Hispanics, bro.
Fantastic.
You fucking with it, Shawny?
That is an incredible.
Even Joe Budden said that shit was album of the year, my nigga.
That is an incredible body of work. I am not exaggerating at all.
That shit
is not Bad Bunny shit.
Yes,
I'm not saying it's the Bad Bunny.
I will say I am a Bad Bunny fan, but from
you are a Bad Bunny. You are a fan.
I'm setting up what I'm gonna say. I'm admitting to being a fan, but I am speaking objectively.
You can't speak objectively
as an
being
album,
a fan.
and as
It's
a body
impossible.
of work. Of course you can, because I can separate my own emotions from critiquing something. I can like things that are bad.
Okay.
A fan who's objective is actually better because they're willing to admit, like, yo,
I like some things that are bad.
We're not gonna argue about who likes things bad. Just you think Bad Bunny's album is the album of the year.
Is definitely worth a listen. If you haven't
I heard
listened
some songs.
If you haven't listened to the whole album,
cool.
If you haven't listened to the whole album, at least listen to it once. Just once.
Kill me if you want.
And see how you feel about it.
This is Bad Bunny's album is going to beat out Kendrick for the year, and I feel like that's.
Oh yeah, no, he's already shattered records with this album, and what only makes it a big deal is because he's the first Latin artist to do it, like in the American Billboard charts, like not like because they separate Latin music from everything else always.
Yeah,
and he's the only Latin artist that's been able to just pop up in the other list just because of how much it's being played and how many units have actually being pushed. So it's a very interesting body of work. It has a lot of different genres in there. It's not just like reggaeton or whatever you think like Latin trap sounds like.
I heard it's the snippet of merengue on fucking.
Yes, that's the second track on the album. Después de la playa. So that one, just the whole album in general is just an incredible listen, from start to finish. At least one time, just to say you heard it. I think it's worth that much. And if you don't like it after that, that's cool. But I think you should at least listen to the whole album. That's my take on that.
All right, I'm gonna try.
I don't know if we're starting the pod, or if we're turning this back into a music.
What'd you say,
Johnny? Music pod.
Segue King, come on.
He said the segue.
All right.
Come on, Paul Blart.
Y'all ready?
Hold up.
Are you ready?
Are y'all ready?
No, not ready. Never ready.
What the fuck is going on? It's your Macky!
I really wish he did.
Stop with them M's, boy.
Oh! What's good, people?
Crispin does not look entertained.
Are we back?
What's going on, people? It's your boy Macky OMO. I'm here with my good. Are we doing this? Are we on episode 1 again?
Go.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
What's going on? What episode is it? 45?
1.
No, it's 45. What's going on, people? It's your boy Macky OMO. I'm here with my good brothers. We got the El Hukage Crispin. We got the razor sharp assassin with the clipper and Johnny B. And we got Platinum Shawny in the motherfucking building. And this is the Paradise Podcast. Welcome to episode 45.
You don't expect a big bomb to blow up after you hear Mario coins.
Word.
Mushroom
Kingdom is fucking gone.
What's going on, people? Hope you guys had a great weekend, or week, because this is coming out by Thursday. So I hope you guys had a great week. And now you're tuning in to the Paradise Podcast, episode 45. So we're gonna start it right up. You know what you watch and play, what you doing, or as Johnny B like to do, the breakdown.
Whatever. I said the recap.
Whatever.
The recap.
The recap.
Oh, fucking said the breakdown.
The breakdown. Just wanted to mock me so bad. He fucked it up.
The breakdown. The recap.
What happens when you a hater?
Yeah, I mean, hey man, I'm a professional hater, my nigga.
Professional hater. Okay.
Hell yeah, I get paid $100,000 to hate. Anyway,
okay, Star.
All right, you really on my nuts today. Like, what the fuck?
This energy.
All right, say less. So too bad we're not arguing about nothing today. So
we're not. We're not arguing about shit.
Yeah, we are.
Really, if you can find an argument, then I'll love to see it. I would love to see it. But let's get through this shit so we can get to the actual topic. What you watch, you play, what you read, what you doing, or the recap.
Stop.
So, what I was watching, I just been watching Star Wars Rebels. I'm on season 4. Almost done with it.
Nice.
Really good. If you like Star Wars, definitely tap in for sure. It's not on the Clone Wars level, but definitely really good. Definitely good. Next, that was the only thing I really watched. What I was playing, I've been playing 2K, of course, and your boy finally finished Pokemon Shield.
Yeah.
So I finished 2 Pokemon games. 2.
I got to the credits and I beat the after credits. So yeah, I'm gonna get the expansion pack once I get paid. So that's very good news for me. Reading, I ain't read shit. But that's it. That's all I really did. Just watch Star Wars and play 2K and Pokemon Shield. Crispin, what you watching? What you playing? What you doing? What you doing?
Not watching anything. Not playing anything. Not reading anything. I didn't have time for shit this week.
I respect your hustle, baby.
Nah, he's getting money. Money.
Still in his work clothes.
All I did was go to Massachusetts to do photos for my cousin, and now I'm editing a photo that I did yesterday. So yeah, that's what. I don't have time.
Work.
I don't have time.
I feel you. Sheesh. John, you up? What you watching? What you playing? What you did? What you doing?
I didn't do anything nerd related over the weekend. Just some spring cleaning. You know, when you gotta hit your closet, start throwing shit out you haven't worn in years. You know, one of those.
For sure.
Do that shit every other month.
Shit, I haven't done it in a long time, so I throw away a lot of clothes. Well, I'm donating a lot of clothes.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I am getting rid of a lot of clothes.
Okay,
but I'm not throwing them in the garbage.
Good.
So obviously I've been watching One Piece. We'll get to that later. And I took Shawny's advice and I started Plunderer. And I like it a lot.
Oh, is this a show?
This is a show. This is an anime.
Oh, one of the nasty time shows?
No, so listen. It's supposed to be ecchi, right? And it is, but it is not ecchi enough for me. Okay, it is not ecchi enough.
That is crazy.
For the John.
It is not ecchi enough.
John is crazy.
So I was expecting a little bit more lewdness to my anime.
Really?
I didn't get the level of lewd that I wanted, but the story happens to be very fucking interesting. And I'm already 11 episodes into this season. It's good stuff. I definitely enjoy the subject matter, the content material. Everything is good. The storyline, the plot is aight. So I've been watching Plunderer, and I've been watching One Piece, and I think that's it anime wise. Yep, that's it anime wise. I don't know. I saw the latest Cat Williams special on Netflix.
Shit was ass.
I turned it off a quarter.
Had the same experience.
Same. It was not good.
Yeah, we saw it in the barbershop like early in the morning. And
something.
I don't think I've seen anything else.
Ash early in the morning. That's not good. That is not good.
listening to ass comedy in the morning.
Ass comedy early in the morning. Nah, bro.
You think you're gonna have a funny start to your day? You know, you put it on. You got to put it on early because there's less chances of kids actually being in the barbershop. Sure. You know, you put it on too late in the afternoon and kids will be coming in and out. And that special was way too vulgar to have on where children would have been coming in and out.
You guys watched the whole thing?
No. Yeah, we just let it play. We put things on.
I forgot how you gotta do things.
Just let it play because you're cutting hair and you're doing things.
Yeah, it's background.
You're in and out of the shop too. So like, you hear jokes in passing, you stand around, you watch it, and then you do something else. But yeah, so just that, the special, those animes, nothing else. And I didn't read anything. I have a plan
video games?
for I was gonna say I have a plan for some comic books I want to hit up soon, but I gotta wait a little bit before I start cracking those open. But yeah, I've just been playing Pokemon Sword. And then me and my daughter were playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu the other day because I wanted her to like try something else because I'm playing Sword, but she wanted to play it, and I was just like, you wasn't playing this. It's in my Switch now. Now I'm gonna play it, so you play that one. So I had to try to convince her to do that, and that's really
funny
it.
As hell.
Yeah,
she was really on the can I play
because she sees me having fun, and she sees like all the different Pokemon that I've already accumulated since 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2020, me and my boys were playing like crazy. We were playing like all day, every day. We were doing all kinds of raids and trading back and forth. So I have like a whole bunch of shit in my like PC. And she's just like, "Wow, you have that? You have one of those? You have a shiny of that?" And just like she gushes over all the special Pokemon and everything. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay.
That's all
I don't know if I could go back to
Pretty
fucking Sword and Shield, to be honest.
What do you mean you don't know?
It's still good. It's still fun.
It's good, bro. It's fun. It is fun.
I
And again, bro, like I said,
in
man,
too
that
long.
XP share, chef's kiss, my nigga.
We were trying to tell you that.
No, for sure.
You were
After I
not
beat the
listening.
game, I forgot to mention this. I do this a lot. I know. I'm sorry. After I beat the game, I got a Charmander, and within like less than 2 hours, he was a Charizard. Shout out to XP share. That shit is amazing.
Yeah,
Shawny,
bro.
what you watching? What you playing? What you eating? What you doing?
Let's see. I actually caught up on Baruto, One Piece, 86, Family Guy.
Why
I
you
haven't
start with
yeah. Nah, yo,
Let him
kill
rock,
me if
please.
you want.
Please let him rock, because he's gonna always defend it. I just want him to get through so we can get to what we gotta do.
Kill me.
Yes,
if
you were
want.
playing. You were watching Naruto's Forgotten Son.
Yeah.
I saw on
me
Twitter
if
that you were
you
watching
want.
That would have
Family
been a
Guy.
better
Let
title.
me finish.
Naruto's Forgotten Son.
Kill me if you want. The filler right now is actually really good. There's a lot of death, and it's really figuring out like the cycle of revenge and trying to end it and whatnot. Like I
but
like
it doesn't mean anything.
Shut the fuck up.
It's
Anyway.
filler.
Regardless, nigga, it's been 249 episodes of filler. At this point, that's the story.
That's
But
correct.
I fuck with it because it finally like is going to that. Hey, you can't save everybody. People are gonna die. You need to get over the kiddiness. You're a child soldier. Sorry, not sorry.
You're
anyway,
a child soldier. Sorry.
You were watching Family Guy. I saw,
folks.
No,
Yeah.
hey, that's what niggas are saying. You said you were watching a Family Guy. I saw that you tweeted that on Twitter the other day.
Yeah,
that you finally caught up.
I haven't watched Family Guy like in at least 3 years, like consecutively. I said, all right, let me start the latest season, and I banged out like 10 episodes. I was crying, bro. Like it was just therapy. It was just so funny. It got a lot funnier. I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while, but it's like they know how to twiddle the line between being woke and attacking those things in today's society. So they don't give a fuck. I enjoyed it.
I never liked Family Guy when I was younger. So, but that's just me. I was more of like American Dad guy. That's what I like.
That's the same creator.
Yeah, I know, but I preferred American Dad to like Steve is one of the greatest R&B cartoon singers of all time. But we can talk about that another time.
Yeah, dude, there you go. Sing cartoons. Write that down. Yeah, so I watched all of that. What I'm playing is just Samurai Warriors and Pokemon Go. And what you watching? Reading, I did not read anything. I keep forgetting to read My Hero. One Piece is on break this week, so I have to read it when I get a chance. My Hero and Tokyo Revengers. And what did I do? I spent probably like $300 because Funko had their Funko Ween reveals. So I ended up pre-ordering like mad shit because they did a whole Jujutsu Kaisen line that was like 13 to 15 pops. Attack on Titan got new pops. I think those are the biggest two, really, that I got out of it. But I had to like pre-order the shit, and I buy pops for a guy in Malaysia because he gets me like Dynasty Warrior pops from China. So yeah, spent like $300. That hurt. Oh, and picked up 2 pops. A Grateful Buster from Fairy Tail. At this point, if you don't know this form, I'm not going to speak on it any further.
I've never watched Fairy Tail.
You need to watch that, kid.
Me neither.
You need to watch that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, magic is not for me, man.
It's not the best thing in the world, but you can watch it. It's pretty
And
cool.
I tried it with Seven Deadly Sins, but the last 2 seasons animation was just so bad I couldn't watch it anymore.
Sins is that's a case study on its own, and they had
Like I said, a
Ooh.
case
There
study.
you go.
Tanjiro Nezuko,
Tanjiro Nezuko.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
like
Gotta get them together.
Just my pops.
You know what I'm saying?
You make me miss the collecting scene.
Stay away from it, bro.
Yeah, no. I'm never coming back.
You never come back.
I'm never coming back, bro. I'm never coming back.
I wouldn't say I'm a collector. I wouldn't say I'm a collector. I just get shit that I want. Like I don't care if I don't have the whole thing. I just get the ones that I like. That's it.
It's just anime is my only thing. Like I need to have like all the animes that I watch. I have to have them, pop wise. But that's all I got. That was everything.
I want actual figures.
Oh, I gotta show you my deck I got from the movie a while ago.
Now, if you don't know already, John and Shawny are pop collectors, and John at one point had like his living room was literally filled with pops, like all the way to the dining room, even in the bedroom. It's crazy.
I did not know that.
In my office space.
Oh my god,
I had other displays in that office space as well.
Listen,
I have over 600 pieces. Shawnee definitely has way more than me.
Shawnee has to have like over almost 1,000 pieces by now.
I have over 600 pieces, and most of them are in storage right now. They're poorly stored too.
I'm at 1,600.
Damn, don't do it like that, bro. Don't do it like that,
bro. Sheesh. Yo, John, listen to me. Yeah, he got 1,600. That's crazy. John, if the barbering thing don't work for you, man, you should be coming in what is it called? Internal designer?
Interior designer.
Interior. Thank you. I can't think, bro. I've been thinking all day.
Interior
designer.
I need to step my interior designer game up, actually.
Nah, bro. The way you did that office space in the back, that was nice. But anyway, we're not here to talk about interior designing. We're here to talk about anime and gaming and shit. So, you already know what time it is. We haven't done this in like 3 weeks. We back at it again.
Don't want to come to the pod.
That's very true. You know, shit on them niggas real quick. But yeah, we back at it again with the verses.
Let's get ready to rumble.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, or aliens, who's ever listening to this shit, we have a new versus episode for our segment for y'all. We're gonna try to get through this quick. Hopefully, motherfuckers can shut up while I'm trying to get these verses shit together. But
fuck you, nigga.
We have damn.
Yeah, that was harsh.
I second that. What he said, not me being harsh.
Fuck you too, Shawny.
Hey yo.
All right, listen, bro. We got Invincible versus Superboy.
Wait,
so we have.
I'm not versed in these characters, man.
You're not versed.
So
you never seen him.
You didn't watch Invincible?
Nobody watched Invincible?
I've been my boy been telling me for a year to watch it.
Oh, you guys are insane.
No, what?
Yeah, man.
I would understand Superboy, but not Invincible.
Bro, just show me how they look, and I'm gonna go over that. Show me how they look.
No, bro, we can't even do the verses. It's done.
Nah, Invincible is something you have to
watch.
Everybody does the same thing. I know.
No, you have to watch it.
You got
All right,
you gotta watch
so
that.
pick 2 other characters that we know, bro.
No, bro, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
He was prepared for that. I was prepared for that one too.
Yeah, I was prepared for them.
If you would have told me,
it was in the chat. It's in the chat.
Yeah,
I'm
glad he didn't watch it either because I don't feel bad anymore.
Oh my god, y'all niggas is killing me.
Yeah,
bro. I know.
There's no way. There's no way.
Okay,
Juice. Which character out of the 2 of them do you think is overall winning that competition?
Invincible.
Give me a pick. You think Invincible is winning that between him and
the
clone of the Son of Krypton?
I'd rather hang out with Invincible and the Superboy I'm talking about is Superboy from Young Justice. That's the Superboy I was referring to.
Yeah, he's a clone.
Yeah,
I know that guy.
I would have picked Invincible because I would rather hang out with Invincible He seems
Superboy not
cooler.
that confident though. Am I correct on that?
Now he is.
He's not, but Invincible is at a point in his story where he's still trying to figure it out. And he doesn't really have a whole lot of time to figure it out because there are a whole lot of moving pieces to his story. So while he might be experiencing superpowers for the first time, it's not that easy. The show is called Invincible, and that is his superhero name. It's on Amazon
Where can I watch it? Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's a Prime original.
So I don't have to pay
performed
extra.
so well. It
Beautiful.
performed so well that it not only got greenlit for a second season, it got greenlit for 3. It got greenlit for season 2 and 3 immediately. Like 2 extra seasons. They were just like, yeah, no, you're getting the next 2 seasons. Don't worry about it.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like a lot of shows nowadays get pushed up to get 2 seasons right off the rip.
I haven't heard that.
No, I haven't heard that either.
Time.
Not off the first season.
Next season.
Yo,
not off the first season
about that shit. Yo, hit up Cowboy Bebop about that shit. See if they got a second season.
Oh no, that shit. Which one? The
live action?
Talking
about?
I'm just saying. This nigga said that.
We talking about cartoons, bro. We talking about animated shit. Animated shit. Now, let me not say cartoons because niggas try to like shit on people who watch cartoons. Animated shows.
Invincible.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I have to agree with John. I don't know another show that hit like this and got not only the season 2 but also season 3. Like
at the same time, like confirmed simultaneously. They said, "Don't worry, we're giving you season 2 and season 3. Not season 2 part 1 comes out at X, Y, and Z, and then we'll tell you when season 2.
Hopefully, season 2 has more episodes too, because we only got like what 10.
No, there's like I think maybe like 10 or 11.
Bro, you
I like series like that though. I like when they're on.
Nah, we need at least 15, bro.
Nah, that because sometimes you just drag it out. Like you can
Young Justice wasn't dragged out.
It's really good.
I gotta catch up on that. That's the next thing I'm gonna watch. Young Justice.
If you guys want a little bit of background, it was a comic book first. The comic book is completed. It's done from start to finish. So if you really, really, really want to know the story, you can look it up, and the story is out there on the internet. So the Invincible comic book was published by the same publisher that did The Walking Dead. I don't remember exactly which comic book company. Which publisher was this again, Matt? Because you have the book in your hands.
Image Comics.
Okay, so they're the same. publisher.
I seen an episode of that old man going crazy.
Yeah.
Bro. That's like at the end.
Don't spoil it for Shawny. Don't spoil it for Shawny.
That's why I didn't say anything.
Bro, it was all over. Like that shit kind of took over social media for like a little bit.
Yeah.
When the last episode came out,
I'm like, ain't that Superman?
Oh yeah, it did.
And I'm like, nah, that's not
like
Superman.
when the first. Remember when the first episode came out? That shit was on social media for like maybe the whole weekend.
Yeah, it's something where it's a wild ride.
The episode I'm talking about, I thought my man's was Superman, the old dude, right?
He is,
and then he
is,
and then he's a spoof of Superman.
And then he just went.
That's the first episode. That's the first episode. That's the first episode, Crispin. That's the first episode.
Are you talking about the scene? You're talking about the scene where there were other people there.
Yeah.
That looked similar to him.
I don't remember if they looked similar to him because I was just too.
No. I think what he was talking about when all those people were called. I'm not gonna spoil it.
No. I just were there other superheroes in the fight or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the first episode.
They were confused. They were like, "What's going on?" Baff, and I was like,
"So yeah, that's how."
I'm sorry, man. What I do to you?
It's one hell of a roller coaster. The character development in that show, crazy, wild.
So you never think
that. You never think.
I never knew what it was
called.
I literally
Invincible.
seen that clip.
You never think that a DC spoof is gonna be that good. They wrote some amazing characters for this damn story. It's something else. It's pretty.
The supporting characters are really good, man. Yeah.
Very strong supporting.
You guys need to watch that shit.
Very strong supporting cast.
Y'all need to definitely watch. That's your homework. I know Crispin is busy. Shawny, that's your homework, bro.
I got
catching up on shows. Y'all niggas need to watch Invincible, please, because
Yeah,
that's really good. Yeah,
it's
damn,
it's
y'all
on
niggas
my
really
list. My boy's been telling me for like a year.
fucked up my shit,
I
man.
apologize.
We did a whole
alright.
we did a whole episode like afterwards, like after you
Uninvincible.
get through it, and if you go back in the backlog, yeah, me and Mac went over like our thoughts and opinions about Invincible's
Damn.
whole first season.
We going a month without a versus.
What did you name that episode? Wasn't it like Mid-Vincible or something like that?
Mid-Vincible, yeah, because
I'm mad you called it that. You made it sound like we thought it was ass.
Nah, it was just I wanted people to click on it and be like, "Yo, it's clickbait."
Clickbait.
That's what I really wanted to do. But all right, since we can't do that, let me ask you guys a question so we can move on to the topic. All right, since motherfuckers don't want to watch shit.
Says the guy behind on
which one? That's because I've been watching Star Wars. But anyway, which one would you rather be? Right? Would you rather be a Saiyan? And when you become a Saiyan, obviously you would grow a tail, right? You would have all the powers of becoming a Saiyan. You'd be able to, if you train well enough and hard enough, you'll be able to unlock all the Super Saiyans, including Ultra Instinct and any other shit that's coming out in the future. You'll be able to be, one of the you'll become stronger. You'll have strength. Crispin is remembering.
I'm trying to see where you're going with this. Come on.
We get
or would you rather find a Death Note and use that to become one of the richest people in the world?
Death Note.
Crispin, hold on.
You didn't lead up to it like that. If you wanted us to answer in order. You didn't.
Shawny, since he's so
you
eager.
didn't. You just asked the question.
Okay. I'm asking you now, Shawny.
Goodness.
My bad. Go ahead. No, let Christine go first.
No. Shawny, go. You already answered. So
Death Note.
So why?
Because one, it takes
quick
work to train as a Saiyan. I'd rather just take a Death Note, bop who I need to bop, get to the top, and then just live life. Why would I want to train and do all that shit?
You're a lazy bomba clutch.
Who am I trying to fight and save the world? Fuck all that. It's too much energy.
Hey, listen to me, man. Fuck Goku. Anyway, Crispin.
I'm taking a Death Note. Fuck that shit. I'm too fat to be a Saiyan, dog. Mine like Dodgy Roby, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
You wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be fat anymore. It'd be muscle at that point, bro.
I have to train it first.
Word.
Nah, but you would be naturally strong though, because you're a Saiyan.
But what am I going to do with that
mean in our world?
Exactly. Ain't no aliens coming over here. Like,
who said? John.
And if they coming over here, we gone, nigga. That's it.
We gone. John.
I would pick Saiyan just because
John,
I think damn, I didn't even get to my explanation.
Go ahead. Why would you pick Saiyan?
Just because I think I would overcomplicate the process of deciding who gets to live or die in my Death Note.
Oh,
like
no.
I think I might just
around
me. Disgusting mother.
This motherfucker had dandruff when I was cutting his hair. Get this nigga out of here.
Oh, man, one less flaky head on this planet. Like,
for sure.
No, like that's like I don't know. I don't know if I would utilize the Death Note as well as maybe someone else. So I would probably rather just.
What do you mean by utilize? You'll be more like petty.
No, like I might not use it much or at all. Like I might be like, I don't know if this person deserves to die. Like, and I'm not like I would just. I don't think I'm the best judge for who gets to live or die. Like I don't believe that.
Did y'all read the Death Note one shot, the one that came out a while ago with that had Donald Trump in it?
No.
I would recommend. Yeah, there was a Death Note one shot that came out a year and change ago, and basically Ryuk brings the Death Note back and gives it to like a 17-year-old kid, and he's actually a perfect example of how to use the Death Note but not be greedy like Light. Like I would highly recommend if you got time. It's like 52 pages.
Send the link.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, it's a good read, and he
shoot the link in the group chat.
He was mad swaggy with the shit.
I'll read it.
Yeah, I'll read it too.
Yeah, send the link in the group chat. I'll read that at work.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys listening to or answer my question.
Saya power.
So I'm gonna turn it over to John for the next
I'll just
segment.
write John's name. Oh, John, you a Super Saiyan? I'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you never, nigga.
Hablamos el martes.
Cabrón, nigga.
Cabrón.
Hablamos mañana.
But yeah, so I'm gonna turn it over to John for the next segment. John, please lead us into our next topic.
Are we going into the main topic for the episode?
There's nothing else to talk about
going
besides
in.
that. I don't have any new stuff besides I think EA was trying to merge with the company, but the merge fell through. I forgot which company they were trying to merge with, but it fell through. But other than that, I really don't have anything else. Like that was basically it.
So everybody here has a Switch, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And everybody here except Crispin, because photos are his life. Everybody here picks up the Switch from time to time.
Now, yeah.
And has a game or two.
I'm going on vacation. Trust me, I'm going to pick up the Switch.
So you're gonna play the Switch, especially on the plane. I get that. What about you, Shawny? Are you still allergic to your Switch?
I still gotta wipe some dust off of it, but now that I'm working from home more, I might have a little bit more time and make it useful.
Okay.
Especially since I'm gonna be traveling soon.
You finished Sword and Shield?
No.
I'm no. Okay.
Dog, I beat
laugh like that.
Because I beat the first gym leader, and I have not gone back since.
Oh my god!
I was gonna say if you
got more gym badges
done with the game, we could schedule some battles, and then Mac can stream those battles from his setup.
Nah, dog. I'm probably gonna cheat and just upload all my dudes from Go and just XP share the hell out of them.
Oh man, I mean,
that would be the only way. But I can, but ultimately, like for the playthrough, I will say this, like. I will.
I mean, I'm down to play. You guys can buzz my better song.
Yo, I got just to throw it out there. I got a lot of like Pokemon that I can just like trade people. I got a lot of level 1s and stuff. If you're looking for like starters, like Galarian starters, I think I have Cantonian starters too. Like, I got stuff. I could send you stuff.
Sounds good to me.
Well, the reason why I ask about if you guys are playing the Switch is because there has been conversation recently about what the future of the Switch kind of has going for it. And Nintendo has mentioned being very careful with what they're planning to do for the successor to the Switch. So the Switch was released in 2017. So that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Well, five years. Well, almost 6 years. Well, yeah, 5. Yeah, next year would be 6 years. So 5 years. And the average console generation lifespan is usually 6 to 7 years. So obviously there's going to be conversation about a new console soon. But I personally don't think we're getting a new console anytime soon, because I personally believe that the Switch has a 10-year lifespan in the condition it's in now, with no upgrades, no nothing, just as is. I think the Switch has a 10-year lifespan for sure. And then I think we're getting a successor after that. But, they might surprise us and release something soon. So basically the question is, what do you guys think is going to be the successor to the Switch, and when do you think we might see the successor? Like, what do you guys think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to have a gimmick? Do you think it's not going to have a gimmick? Would you want to see Nintendo go one way and not another way? Like, what was everybody's ideas for what comes next?
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I'm gonna go first.
Go.
I think they're gonna do the same thing they did after they did the Super Nintendo, which when they went to the 64, that they just upgraded the way that the games looked, like the graphics and all that stuff. It made it look better, and then they changed a little bit of the controllers or whatever. Like, they changed like small stuff, nothing crazy.
Well, then the 64 controller is an alien.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Alien flight simulator.
I don't think they're doing something like that again. Hell no. But
So you don't think
might
that
make
Nintendo's gonna go the weird and wacky route? You think they're gonna go
It didn't work.
small upgrade?
They sold too many. Too many.
Hold on, you said
it
it didn't work?
I would talk.
No,
I
it
mean,
worked,
like
it worked.
the controller specifically didn't
The
work. Like
controller
if you noticed,
was weird.
it was weird. That's what I mean. Not saying the system didn't work, but that controller setup for the Nintendo 64, that shit was awkward as fuck. Notice that they never went back.
How many? Okay,
It had three handles.
It had three
many
handles. The joystick was in the middle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How
weird.
many Nintendo 64s do you think were sold?
Well, that number exists. If you want to look it up, you can pull it
No,
up.
I'm just asking before I get it.
I mean, I
wouldn't
don't know. The
how
times
many.
are different.
Yeah, and I don't know how many units.
I'm thinking
were
that
sold.
they sold enough to surpass their Super Nintendo. That's what I'm thinking. Because if not, they would have been bankrupt, bro.
The N64,
was,
I think,
it
didn't
was the same
perform
thing
as well as the PS1 because the PS1 was able to do a little bit more using compact discs as opposed to the cartridge that Nintendo was sticking to. So they lost a lot of developers.
Supposed to be a Nintendo. The PS1 was supposed to be a Nintendo console.
It was until they backstabbed them and decided to work with Panasonic and then didn't even release the console that they were going to do with Panasonic. They just told, so they made a deal with Sony and then just said, nah, we're not going to do this shit with you guys. Sony said, well, we're not wasting all that R&D money we just spent. We're going to make our own fucking console. See how you like it then.
And then boom,
so the Nintendo 64 as of April 2022 has sold over 32 million units.
God
damn. This shit's still selling right now.
Well, that's just it's not.
I think it's more of
that's secondhand.
That's just like a more recent, like, I guess, collection of data to make sure that they have every listed sale accounted for. But yeah, obviously it would need to be in production in order for you to count it. But it's compare that to the Switch. Well, the Switch is probably the highest by now, but which is do you have the whole list of all the units for each console in front of you, or no, or just the N64?
I have the N64 and I have PlayStation 1 was like 100 million.
That would make sense.
102.49 million units.
And what I'm saying in my argument that I don't think they're gonna change that much. I'm arguing that the Switch is their Super Nintendo right now. You know, when the Super Nintendo came out, it was the hottest shit, right? So the Switch right now is, if not the hottest console, I don't know who the hell has the hottest console. Everybody has 1, 2, or 3 of them shits.
And there's 3 in my household. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So it's like this thing sells too much for you not to do just a upgrade on it, and not the Switch, the LED that we have, because that's still 1080p. Yeah, that's still 1080p. That shit. You know what I'm talking about. People know what I'm talking about.
The OLED screen.
Yeah, the OLED shit.
Once they figure out how to get that shit to 4K, whew,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm going. You turn that little baby into a 4K.
Now we've seen examples of this being done. There are like emulator devices out there, like the Odin and like some other brands that like actually play like PC games and stuff. And now we have the Steam Deck.
That shit. That's
now we have the Steam Deck. So anybody that has an account with Steam and has games that are compatible with it can play this portable PC.
You can play Xbox Game Pass games on the Steam Deck.
But the Steam Deck is like $1,000. I'm joking. That's expensive.
It's pretty expensive.
It's pretty expensive, though.
It's pretty expensive.
It is.
Yeah.
So if you do a Switch,
you know, the Xbox,
$300 for a Switch. It's $300 for a Switch. $300. If you do a Switch, make it 4K, right? Maybe make the Joy-Cons a little bit more rugged, where they're joining, so they don't snap off or something like that. I don't know if anybody happened to that, but this thing is flimsy, you know. the way this
Yeah,
is
I mean,
connected here.
it has to be like that because they come off the device.
Yeah. No,
You
I'm
know,
saying
that's
I know it's gonna, but make it a little bit harder. Like make it metal or something,
like
so it
sturdier,
doesn't snap
like
off. Yes.
a
Yes.
sturdier material where you feel like
Yes.
you're not gonna break it just handling it.
So
I
just put
mean,
like a carbon
that's also
fiber in the middle or some shit.
the
Some shit.
reason why like I use a grip
Yeah.
for my Switch when I
Yeah, me
play
too.
it handheld.
Me
So
too.
and playing it with the grip definitely keeps it sturdy and
And
gives you
ergonomically friendly in your
and
hand.
gives you the ergonomics you
Ooh.
need so that you're not like holding the Switch like this. Like so. Other people have solved that problem, and I think Nintendo knows that they don't necessarily need to make the most ergonomic thing because then the form factor is compromised. Look
Yeah,
at
it
how
goes away.
large the Steam Deck is compared to a Switch. Like if you haven't seen
It's
the
a
two of
big
them
thing.
side by side, the Steam Deck is a
It's a big
very
job.
large device. It's
Some
something that
brick.
like you need to put it in a backpack. Like you're not really like carrying this thing casually. This is somebody that like really wants to play a particular game. And you got to think about like like okay, cool. We want the Switch to just have all of these graphical have all of this graphical fidelity and frame rates and all of this stuff, but like what games exactly are we going to be playing in that form factor? You know what I'm saying? Like where your screen is small. I get it. It's like some people can play like that and there's no problem. Some people play on their cell phone screens. Some people do the Game Pass cloud on their phone and everything, and it works and it's great. But yeah, look, that's a great example.
Golly.
Yeah, that's a great
That's a
example of
big
how
boy.
large the Steam Deck is compared to the Nintendo Switch. Like Nintendo's doing different things, right? Like
No, but
with
okay, John. So this is why I think adding 4K, maybe 60. Is it 60p right now? The
what
Switch.
60
60
frames per
frames.
second, 60
Yeah, yeah.
FPS.
60
Yeah,
frames.
that's the
Yeah.
highest that gets your Switch going. You can go 120, but I can't see them doing it on the Switch
I was
though.
gonna say PCs and like modern consoles can do 120.
Yeah. So okay, 4K at 60. I think if you get the actual Switch to go 4K at 60, the graphics on games like, which to me graphics is not that big a deal. Like, I don't really give a fuck, but some people do. So the graphics on games like Breath of the Wild and like the new Pokemon games is about to come out that are open worlds.
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey, if they do a second one, all
Mhm.
those games that are graphic intensive. When you put all that graphic in there and you make it 4K, everything is sharper and everything looks brighter and everything is, you know what I'm saying? All of that
Yeah.
just gives it another push for that Switch. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what if instead of making a totally brand new Switch, what they do is they release a new dock, and the new
Um,
dock is capable of the 4K 60, but
I'm
docked
down with that.
only.
I mean,
I'm
I
down with
wouldn't
that.
be. That would literally be the next
That would be
step.
the move. That would be
That
the
is the
move, to be
Nintendo move
honest.
right there. They're
Like
not gonna keep.
or they'll make a new Switch that comes already kind of like set up, but the dock is backwards compatible with the old Switch. So you could still dock your old
Oh
Switch
yeah, they
and
could charge
charge it and play it
$100
with
more,
They
and
do a
that
lot.
shit would
the new.
still sell.
They always do backwards compatible some
Yeah,
shit.
That's the
Always.
thing. I think that in order for a Switch successor to be really successful, it would need to be backwards compatible with that enormous library.
Yeah.
Like it's just like when we look at the handhelds timeline, right? Nintendo went from the Game Boy Advance to the Nintendo DS. But the Nintendo DS had two game slots in it. The Nintendo DS
I
allowed
think.
you to play the regular DS and the Game Boy Advance games as well because
Okay,
they
so
wanted you to still be able to go back and
so
continue playing the old stuff.
what I was gonna say they should do. You know how these things work? The micro SD
The
cards.
micro
yeah,
SDs. Mhm.
Yeah, that they come with an adapter that converts them into
yeah.
this.
Like if you get the small size,
Yeah.
you put
See,
it to make it work with there.
I think if they do revamp the Switch, make different type of cartridges for it, right? They should make an adapter so you could put your old games in it if you have physical, and if they're digital, it just works. You know what I'm saying?
Nintendo would more than likely just give you the fucking game slot.
Yeah, they'll give you the
if it's different than the new one.
Yeah, they would just give you the
Like, if it gets a
adapter with
peripheral.
the actual game. But if you want more adapters, you have to buy those. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Yeah,
even think they would do that. I think
Bro,
they
I
would
don't
just-
think. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut people off. I don't think
Go.
Nintendo is going to do, because while yes, Nintendo is all about doing backwards compatible. That's always been their thing, right? But at this point in their history, creating another slot would not look aesthetically pleasing on a Switch to me.
No,
The only
Can't really
way
tell
that you
the
would be
slot
able
is
to,
there.
unless they cover it up, of course. But I personally think that the only way that they'll be able to do something like that is they would have to move towards the Game Pass model, where you pay a subscription and you get to play a library of games, which is what they're doing now. You get certain games, but we as I would love to play. Even like you don't even have to go back to Generation 1. I'll play the Generation 1 remake. Give me Fire Red and Leaf Green on the Switch. I would love to play that shit on there.
Well,
That's me personally.
they could do virtual console stuff and just
Yeah.
sell the digital versions of those games that are playable. But I don't know
for
why they
those
haven't done
games,
that yet.
I think for those games, I think Pokemon would have to do like how Nintendo has
Well,
the Sega thing, and then I think Pokemon would have to create that.
But
Because
Nintendo owns stake in Pokemon.
They own
but
30%.
they can't put that on their thing just because they own 30%. Pokemon owns most of it, like that company, so they are the ones that have to sell that. They get a percentage from it, but they're the one that has to create that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what Crispin is saying, that has to come from the Pokemon company.
It
and
has to
Game
come
Freak
from the
directly.
Pokemon company. Like if it doesn't come from them, it's not happening.
See, the only thing I can say to that is I don't think I agree with Macky in the sense that it wouldn't be aesthetically pleasing to make a new Switch, like the mobile Switch itself, to add all of those slots in would be, it wouldn't look good on it. So I can see them doing that two ways. One, they release a new dock that can go up to 4K and has those additional
slots, yeah.
Or but you also have the switches that are that aren't removed, that don't work, that are just strictly mobile. They don't connect to TV or nothing.
The Switch Lite.
Switch lights, exactly. What I can see them doing with that is making, like, remember back in the day, Game Boy Color, they used to have those little adapter pieces you can add on to it and look like a fucking, like you could turn to like a Megazord and add the pieces, so you could get like a little thing that'll add to the Switch and lock on.
Think about this fact too. When Nintendo jumped from the DS to the 3DS, they made the 3DS backwards compatible with the DS games. You put the DS game in the exact same slot that you put the 3DS game. The difference is that the 3DS cartridge had like a protruding piece at the top of it. It made almost like an L shape. And it like locked in wherever it was, when it goes flush with the system, it like locks in there. So the DS games just don't fill that little space. They just click straight in, but they all click and they all read, and it has the same place to read the pins on the bottom and everything. Like, so it could be something where we get a new slot for a new Switch, the Switch 2, right? Let's just call it the Switch 2. And then those cartridges would go in that slot, and the original Switch cartridges would also go in the same slot. And then you would still have your backwards compatibility, both portable and docked, because it's supposed to be able to do both. That's like the whole.
I think the best. I think the best way to do it, it would honestly probably save Nintendo more money too, would be to just do what Shawny said. Create a new dock and sell that dock for $150 with the slots, or and a piece where you can attach shit. That would be the best way to do it, because I think the way let me just get this out real quick. I think the way that Nintendo is moving now, especially with the failure of the Wii U, they're trying to do things that look nice. Like the Switch looks like a beautiful console. Like it really looks like a nice looking. Yeah, so it's like it really wouldn't make sense for them to like, okay, we made such a beautiful console, let's now ruin it with putting more slots in that shit.
Bro, you can't even tell that a slot is there, bro. adding another slot is not going to do anything else. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think
bro.
you need another slot.
No, it's not.
Where are you?
Like
Okay, no, hold on. Bring that back up. Where are you gonna add the next slot? Tell me where.
They're not gonna use the same design, obviously. They're not. If they use the same design, nobody buying that shit.
So then they're gonna damn near make a Steam Deck, bro. That's just gonna be big as hell.
No, you're not understanding what we're trying to say. You could.
I understand, bro. You're saying
you could put 2 slots in the same spot.
Bro, there is no okay. I understand.
He's saying that you can lift the flap because on other devices they have it the same way. You lift the flap, and there will be 2 slots side by side.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, listen. In a camera, I'm gonna just use an example because it's almost the same size, it's just a little bit fatter, right? In a camera, there's some cameras that have your memory slots that use 2 different memory slots, 2 different type of memories. The only thing is one memory you have to put it one way, the other one you just flip it, put it the other way because it's 2 different readers. Use the same slot. You just gotta let them know what number it is. Oh, you're using the new ones this way, the other ones this way. That's it.
But again, right? Well, I understand what you're saying. You realize that the slot is gonna be big as hell because it's gonna have to not only fit the Switch games, right? But if people want to play DS games. If people also want to play,
they're not gonna.
No, we're not going all the way over there. No,
we're just talking about being backwards compatible with just the Switch.
So you're talking
those Switch cartridges.
This Switch to the next Switch
need to be compatible with whatever the new system.
Okay,
is.
that's where I was.
Just
we're having two different conversations.
I'm using the 3DS as an example of how when they went from the DS to the 3DS, you would put the DS game in the same slot as the 3DS game because it read it exactly the same. But when you hold a DS game and a 3DS game side by side, they're shaped just a little differently, very little. And that's the main difference. I think if they're gonna upgrade the next Switch cartridge, if there is a cartridge upgrade of some kind, they're gonna more than likely keep the original Switch cartridge.
Oh yeah, they cannot afford to not make it
the new slot for the new game. There won't be more than one slot. It's literally just gonna be one slot.
Again, I think well, at least I'll speak for myself. I was having a different conversation where backwards compatible with all of their games.
That's what
they
I
don't
was
give a
thinking
shit.
we're going.
They're gonna make you buy the content again.
No.
Some of that stuff is like it's valuable enough where if Nintendo re-releases it in some way, shape, or form, you're gonna buy.
It's gonna be like they're doing. Again. It's gonna be the same shit they're doing with the Sega, with the fucking NES, with
anyway.
It's the same shit. They're gonna package it. The best games are gonna package it and be like, "Yo, buy this for this amount," and they're gonna add to your payment plan, whatever. It's gonna add it there. That's it. That's what they're gonna do.
At some point, I want them to at least go back to like a virtual console, because like on the 3DS, you know, they spent time even getting some of the old Pokemon games to be accessible on the 3DS. Like I mean,
first generation.
Like I mean, you can't use your credit card now on the 3DS eShop. You have to buy an eShop card and use the eShop money that way because they're slowly closing the 3DS eShop.
Go check out John's video that he did when he was fixing his DS.
Fixing
check that out.
The 3DS's Wi-Fi
3DS,
problem.
excuse me.
Yes. So
check that out.
You know, like since the eShop is closing, it's going to be harder to get. But if you have a 3DS with those games on it, they allowed you to go into the eShop and purchase red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, and crystal. So the first 2 generations, those 6 games are available to purchase on the 3DS. Just as is, just Game Boy Virtual Console. And you could buy them individually. They were $9.99 per game. And I have gold and I have crystal, and I still bought silver digitally on the 3DS just because I want to be able to at least play all 3. And I no longer have my copy of crystal. I mean silver. So that's
Why?
We'll talk about that. We know what happened with that.
Yeah, that was a part of the game.
You told the story.
That got.
They got.
So so I would want them to do something like that, where like if let's say you know you did want to go back and play an older game, even if it's not on one of those those online streaming services, you could go to the eShop and say, "Yeah, I can spend $10 on that. I want to play that game. I'm gonna keep playing."
So you want them more instead of them changing their console, you want them more to add the old stuff back into the library
digitally. Yeah, to expand their digital catalog and stuff would be great.
To be honest, I think that would pull more money than actually making another console.
And that's the reason why I think the Switch has a 10-year lifespan, because the Switch potentially has that capabilities right now. It's just that Nintendo hasn't done it yet. And I think the pandemic has done some things to prevent Nintendo and from doing other things.
From moving forward, yeah.
But like there are certain things that they just have. Like there's rumors that Nintendo plans on releasing the Metroid Prime trilogy, the HD collection, when they're getting ready to release Metroid Prime 4, which is nowhere near done because they just restarted that game like a year and a half ago from the beginning. They were working on the game, and literally Nintendo said no. They canceled the game, hired another studio, and that studio, the original studio, is coming back in.
Sounds like Nintendo shit to do.
Coming back in to do the game. So they scrapped whatever was made. They scrapped it. Just completely said, nope, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
Now they're starting it over again. So we have to wait for Metroid Prime 4. But if any of you guys know Metroid Prime, any of you guys play that on the GameCube? Samus from Smash Brothers.
I know who he is.
It's a girl.
I know who she is. Sorry, she. I'm sorry. I know who she is. I played it on my Switch actually, like maybe one level, and I put that shit right down.
You played the Metroidvania ones.
Yeah,
so the Metroid Prime series is like a first-person shooter experience. Kind of like Halo, but like more puzzly. A lot more puzzles involved.
You're not gonna sell it.
No.
Yeah, no, but they released the HD trilogy on the Wii U. There are certain games that Nintendo has made available on the Wii U, but they have not made those games available on the Switch. And the Metroid Prime trilogy is one of those games that just isn't on the Switch. Like it's already been remastered. It already has an HD version to it. So they literally have to do is just port it over to the Switch. So there's rumors that they have stuff like that done already, and they're just not going to put it out until whenever they're ready to put it out. And it's decisions like that. Then there's just cats everywhere. I'm just feeling allergic now watching my screen. So the
shut the fuck up.
I'm allergic to cats. Sorry.
I know you are. Get your allergens up.
Whatever. And I
get your histamines up, my nigga. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
histamines. That's what makes you allergic.
I guess. So I don't know that.
He said, I guess, and don't really care.
Guess. Bitch ass nigga. Oh, before you keep going, I did want to note
switch it up.
That not switch it up, but like this is the same thing we're talking about. You asked me before, like sales for the Switch, it's like over 100 million, 107.65 mil. So yeah, I know. I remember recently, earlier this year, we did say that it reached top 5 status. The highest one, of course, is still the PlayStation 2. But right under that is the DS, the PlayStation 2, 155 mil. DS is number 2 with 154.02. And then right under the DS is the Game Boy and Game Boy Color with 118.69 mil. And I think those are like combined sales from the Game Boy and Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
And the after that is the PlayStation 4.
Same system.
Yeah, technically, yeah, basically. And then after that is the PlayStation 4 with 17.2. So
the Game Boy Color technically wasn't a new system. It was just an upgraded version to the Game Boy.
That shit came out 10 years later.
But it wasn't a new system. It literally was the same system, but they made it capable of displaying
color.
color.
Down.
Yeah, so they found a way to just make it a little slimmer and to make it display color, but it was the same exact system. It was the exact same thing.
Yeah, that shit came out 10 years later, and they said, "Look, let me repackage this shit for you,
Yep,
sell it for that much."
repackage it to you and sell it to you again, and everybody went fucking nuts. It's fucking color. I want it.
I
back
have one.
then,
I had one too. I still got it. It's
yeah,
right here.
and
I'm
they
not gonna
released
show
it
to
in
you 'cause you
colors.
hate
They
it.
put that shit in. That was
Fucking
marketing
bring it
101
out.
for them.
I'll kick you out this
I'm not
bitch.
gonna show it to you because you hate it.
No,
you're a
you
hater.
look at this motherfucker. Don't even look at that shit, bro. Don't even look at that shit. But yeah, man. I mean,
those
I
are
don't.
my thoughts. I
I agree if because I think we're having two different conversations, so I do apologize about that for the beginning. But if they are going to make a Switch 2, they definitely should make it backwards compatible, and that means that they would have to make the cartridge opening be able to use not only Switch 1 games but also potentially,
The
if
new
that's going to be
Switch
the
stuff.
name,
Yeah.
Switch 2 games or whatever. But again, I think my thing is that I think the Switch library, the online library, needs some work. Like they need to put more games in there that like of course they have, like, I think they have Super Mario. Do they? Let me
They
bring
have
up my
all
Yes.
them
system. Let me
shits.
see.
And the Super
Every
Nintendo shit.
Mario game from the NES to
They have
the
Mario
N64.
64 in there.
Yes.
Yep, they have it all.
Yep.
All those
Okay.
Mario games are in there.
I would say with that, if we're looking at the next generation, I think they're just gonna make us call it the Switch 4K. And what I think they should do is two things. One, and it's gonna sound kind of wild, is to make a digital only Switch that you just need your SD card for, which I know that sounds counterproductive to the Switch, because not for nothing, you have the eShop, as like you said, a lot of people don't buy those games. They just get it on the eShop quick, boom, right to the system.
Mhm.
So that
Yeah.
could save a little bit of money on just removing that compartment completely.
So making it a digital
Give you a
console
digital
instead
version.
of
That's
needing
right.
cartridges.
Yeah, one digital, one physical, and then the two is, and I think they're working on it, is to make a trophies type system for Nintendo
They are
Yeah,
working
for the
on
games.
achievements.
They
I
are working on that.
Yeah, for me personally, I think
He's like, I
that's
need that.
I do, because honestly, that's one of the motivating factors for me to play a game now. Like, don't get me wrong, I play a game to enjoy it, but like just having a goals to achieve in that game and work towards is rewarding for me. And I feel like Pokemon would be a lot more rewarding if it's like, oh, like let me go collect all 150 or however many, strictly to get that achievement or that trophy or whatever Nintendo's equivalent would be called. I'd go back and play my Pokemon games ASAP because I just feel like there's something there and it makes it more fun with your friends. Like, oh, like let me compare my achievements to your achievements. Let me try to see if I can beat this person and get them for
It's
them.
like the special tab in Pokemon Go.
Exactly. Yeah,
Where
exactly.
you do the special research tab and you get all those
You get to see how many people call
things that
whatever
you've completed, and all
yeah,
that
the
other
achievement.
stuff.
I think that's the one thing that'll like really not the Nintendo needs it per se, but I think it'll make it a lot more competitive than it is right now. That's the one thing that it lacks that I feel like will motivate me to play it more. Hold on one second.
Yeah, no, you. What You're not muted.
You're not muted, bro.
Oh, one sec.
This nigga about to be like, hey,
I'm muting
the
you. It's
fuck
okay.
you talking about? Next man,
That nigga said,
no.
"No, you're muted, bro. It's okay." Oh yeah, please. He's a huh? That's crazy.
That's how you guys suck.
Yeah, crazy, Chad.
But yeah, back to what we were talking about. So yeah,
I want to remind you guys that Nintendo is a very cost-effective company, right? So Nintendo's been really, really good at taking old technology and repurposing it in a way that's fun.
Body.
And then selling it, like and making large profits because they don't necessarily feel the need to compete with what the current landscape of gaming is doing. They don't necessarily need to do something that's 4K when they have games like Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild and the Pokemon franchise and things like that. Like those are games and systems that are always going to sell. You know what I'm saying? Like you can sell a Nintendo anything with Mario Kart attached to it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and people are going to buy that console and enjoy at least Mario Kart. You know, which is
Facts.
100%
I think that's why they got
ownership.
like a lot of their sales is because they
They've
attached Mario
they've
Kart to that
they
joint.
but they've also invested a lot into their intellectual properties. You know, like Nintendo's just one of those companies that, yeah, they forget about so many of their intellectual properties from time to time. Like, this is the first time we've gotten a Kirby game in a long time, right? Like,
Facts.
Kirby is now, you know, like a thing on the Switch. But, you know, like just the fact that Nintendo's able to hold on to such strong intellectual properties like Mario, like Zelda, like Pokemon, like Metroid, you know, like Kirby, all of these iconic characters that we see in Smash Brothers, right? They're able to continuously put out games with those same characters, those same intellectual properties. They have a pretty good hold over the gaming market in their own unique way. And not to mention the fact that they are the dominating force in Japan. It's not Sony.
Facts.
Sony is a
Facts.
dominating force in other regions. You know, so Sony really makes they've changed their target demographics to, like, you know, the West in general, US and the UK and places like that, where they sell a lot of their products. And that's why Microsoft is competing with Sony in that regard. But they're not really competing with Nintendo the way Nintendo is doing business in Japan. You know, that their target demographic is very happy with what they get for the most part.
You
You
know what's
know,
funny about Japanese companies, or most of them,
what's that?
from what I noticed, is that they concentrate way more on their own country than they don't give a
Absolutely.
fuck about nobody else. They're like, oh,
No,
it sells here, cool.
that's
We don't
it.
need them niggas.
Because
Yeah,
at the end of
that's
the day,
crazy.
like we're doing a podcast, right? Like, we're creating some type of content that other people are gonna consume. But, you know, like, are we necessarily concerned with the people that might be listening to us in Germany?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, are we necessarily concerned with anybody that's not in the US that might actually be listening? Like,
Oh
we're
well,
not really.
actually, I am, but I
Yeah,
understand what
but
you're saying.
we're not necessarily catering the content that we
No,
create
yeah,
to what that audience might be interested in.
Yeah, we
You know,
just talking
and it's,
about what we see here.
yeah, and that's kind of the
Mm.
same idea, is that, you know, like, companies like Nintendo are performing really well at home. So why do they
Same,
need to cater to what Western audiences want from them? You know, it's kind of just like, hey, like, we translate our shit. Like, that's not
it's the
enough.
same shit. It's the
Like,
same shit that happens with manga. Like My Hero writer had to erase some part of the villain arc or whatever that he was gonna do because it wasn't popular in Japan.
yeah.
But it was super popular here when the villains were going crazy. So it's like we don't care what you guys think. We don't care.
Yeah, you know, your target audience is going to dictate. All in all, I think that we're not going to see a successor to the Switch anytime soon. I
No, I don't think so
genuinely
either.
believe that the Switch has a
they've
10-year
already
life
came.
cycle.
They've already come out and said that they are what. All right, let me not say that you're not what you're saying is not true, but they have come out and said that they are very concerned about where the Nintendo console is going to go after this one. Not saying that it's going to come in because if your calculations are right, the Switch has been out for 5 years. In 5 more years, we should get the Switch 2, whatever the name of it will be, but
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever the
So
next one is.
so I think our thing is right, or what we're concerned about is their concern of what the next console will be, because we could sit here just like you guys said, we could sit here and say, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, but we're not their main audience. So at the end of
Yep.
the day, it
Yeah,
don't even they don't it don't even really matter what we want, because they're gonna give it to us regardless, and we're gonna play that shit regardless, and it's
because
gonna be
this
fire regardless.
the Switch is a unicorn, right? Because it's something like this has never existed before. How do you usually play your Switch, Mac?
Oh,
Are you
handheld.
are you playing it in handheld most of the time?
Yeah.
Do
I
you
usually play it on the TV sometimes, but mostly handheld.
All right. So very few times you're sitting in front of the TV to play. You're mostly playing it handheld. Okay,
Yeah.
Crispin, what about you? How do you play your Switch?
I play it on TV.
You play it docked on the TV?
Hell yeah.
Do you ever take it off the dock to like play it
Yeah,
anywhere
I do.
that's
I
not
do.
home? You take it with you anywhere?
Yeah, when I'm going somewhere that I'm not working or anything, yeah, I take it. That's what I'm telling you. When I go on vacation, I'm taking that bad boy. It's gonna be handheld for a whole week. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Shawny, when you and your Switch were friends, how did you play your Switch mostly?
You're muted.
Oh, I muted him. I'm sorry.
He's like, what the fuck?
Yo, you was like, yo, that's what you was talking. You was on the tongue. I was trying to help you.
Nah, like I would say I was 60% TV, 40% mobile because I keep it G. I bought my Switch to get the next Smash. That's what me and my friends played the Switch for. So
Okay, that's fair.
we get Switch, we played on the TV, we played Smash.
That's a good question, actually. Why did you get the Switch, Mac?
Oh,
Smash
Pokemon.
The only reason I got the Switch at the beginning is because I wanted to play Pokemon on TV.
The idea of playing
like,
a home console Pokemon.
Wait, what? Bro,
no, that's what we always wanted. That's what we thought Pokemon Snap or Pikachu Snap, whatever that bullshit was gonna be. And it no.
Stadium,
on the 64.
Pokemon Stadium.
I know Stadium. Yes, we thought Stadium was going to be.
Oh, you mean Hey You Pikachu?
Before, it was like Pokemon Snap or something like that.
The camera
picture
the
one?
first one. The first
one.
That was the original.
That's what I thought that shit was gonna be. Now they talking about you taking pictures of niggas.
I mean, to be fair, they had a whole
mommy. Let's go back to the store. I obviously
shit.
wasn't paying attention to the commercial because I returned that shit with the quickness, bro.
Oh yeah, that it literally says Snap. Like they had.
I wasn't.
It had a picture of a camera.
It had Pikachu.
Listen to me. I seen Pikachu on it. It was that's it. That's it.
We go.
That's it, cabron. That's it.
That's it, cabron.
That's
why
it.
I'm so excited. That's why I'm so excited for the next game. Like that's why I'm so excited.
Oh, what's it? Violet and
Scarlet.
Yeah,
Scarlet and Violet. Nah, I'm really super, bro. This is the first Pokemon game that I have ever finished. Yeah, it took
congratulations,
me
champion.
3 years.
It
took me almost 3 years to finish that shit. But I finally got to the end part of the screen. So hopefully in the next coming weeks, I'm gonna get the expansion packs and I'll play those.
The DLC is really fucking fun.
I was having fun playing that shit now.
It's
just the grind. I don't like that shit.
That's a part of Pokemon. It's just a part of the formula.
But the EX share, man, shout out to them
this
niggas.
This is the easiest time. It's so easy. It is so easy to build experience in Sword and Shield that I have built like 6 or 7 different teams already. Just like, and I just cycle through different Pokemon. I'm like, I don't want to use you no more. I want to use this one.
This was honestly, even though I haven't beat it, just from looking, I was like, yo, this is literally the easiest one. You come out of a fucking dungeon and, oh yeah, let me just heal your Pokemon just for the sake of it.
Oh, they started doing that generations ago.
Oh, well.
That started happening on the 3DS.
Really? Because I don't remember that in X and Y.
Yeah, in Sun and Moon especially. In Sun and Moon, you couldn't take 2 fucking steps without somebody talking to you about a whole bunch of shit and then healing your Pokemon.
Oh, shout outs to them. My niggas is dying.
See, that's why I like X and Y, because that was the last Pokemon that I played and I beat it all the way through, post game, everything. Yeah, because it was just like, yo, here's your original, a little bit of the original with a little bit of, because I think it was Kalos, right?
Kalos, yeah.
Kalos
AKA France.
Yeah, it didn't have a lot of mons to add on to it, so like it was just nice and smooth, and it was as close to the original style as you can get.
It wasn't that bad. It was too short of a story mode for me. It was a little too short. They should have made it a little bit beefier, but it was just it was something where I think they wanted to really just show off the mega evolution mechanic.
Yeah,
more than
hated
anything
mega
else.
Evolutions, bro. Oh my god.
So you know, but you're definitely not gonna enjoy Sun and Moon that much. Like if you didn't like the hand-holdiness, like Sun and Moon is super hand-holdy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I got my Switch for Pokemon also. Everything else because I just love Nintendo in general, but mainly Pokemon.
I got it for Pokemon. It just so happens. Pokemon. When they told me that you could play FIFA and 2K on there, I said, "All right, let me try that shit out." Never again.
Nope.
Never again.
I wasted my money on 2K.
Wasted money on both FIFA and 2. Because I used to play FIFA on the SP, and it wasn't like, of course, it wasn't the greatest graphics, but it was definitely fun to play. But yeah, no, I would never play that shit on a Nintendo because, of course, they're not gonna make it look as nice as playing it like on an Xbox or fucking PlayStation 4. But
That's right.
that was our Nintendo talk. Hopefully, you like it. We're moving on to the next and last topic.
And
Robin.
Robin Chan.
Robin Chan.
All right, Johnny
I
B.
gotta put the cap on. You know what I'm saying?
Johnny B. Are you being serious about this One Piece shit, man?
I'm definitely trying. So this is last episode. We left off at episode 367, and I have made it to episode 376. So
okay,
just flip those last two digits around there.
Yeah, that's around the. Okay, you keeping up to your pace.
My
your
average,
pace.
right? We're trying.
I'm not mad at it.
So I have.
We need to get at least like 14 episodes so you can finish catch up. I know you made it
busy.
I know you made it into a family affair now, so you
Yes.
gotta have the wifey to watch it. But I told you, bro, watch that shit without her, and then just be like, damn, oh wow, that's all you gotta do, bro.
Yeah,
because then I gotta keep going back and forth like with the, and then I'm gonna lose
wrong
track.
with that,
Bro, there's nothing wrong with that, bro, because you're gonna even peep shit that you didn't peep with the first watch.
Bro,
Now you watching
it. I watched One Piece like 4 times already.
That's fine and dandy, but I don't want to watch and then rewatch all of One Piece in one go. It's gonna be a lot. So
okay.
So we've gotten to the
almost done.
End of the fight.
You're like
the
10
arc
episodes away.
Not the arc. We're not done with the arc, but we are done with the main boss fight. So
we don't care about Mario, so I'm sorry, clapping, bro.
Yeah. So we this actually wasn't as short as I thought it was gonna be. Like, you guys made it seem like Thriller Bark was like dumb short.
It is.
Thriller Bark is not short,
bro.
No,
you just
I feel like it was
boring.
It was just boring.
It's just boring.
It was just boring.
It was like
not boring. Not boring. I think it just dragged. It just dragged. Because it's definitely shorter than Skypiea. It's shorter than Alabaster. It's shorter than Enies Lobby. And
yeah, but like Alabaster has like mini arcs within it. Like this was like maybe a little bit longer than like Drum Island.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But Drum Island is shortest out too.
Drum Island wasn't a quick thing. There was a bunch of episodes of Luffy just climbing up to this chick's fucking castle.
One Piece pacing to the max.
You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't a quick in and out ordeal. They were there for a while, especially waiting for freaking Nami to get better.
Oh yeah, that bitch was sick.
Yeah, like that wasn't a
this
quick
nigga said that bitch was sick.
She had the Leviticus, my nigga. She had COVID.
She got the COVID before we all got the COVID.
Yeah, Nami was fucked up. So we've gotten to the end of the fight. And it was just really interesting, to see how they wanted to conclude the story and how they wanted Luffy to, like come in and save the day and everything like he usually does. But they took it, they didn't do the same old thing that Luffy usually does. They kind of did, but then kind of didn't. So we saw the Straw Hats fighting Oars, and Oars puts up a huge fight and practically pummels everyone anyway. And some of the people living in Thriller Bark that have lost their shadows, basically find Luffy and tell him that they've discovered a way to use Moria's power against him. And the way to do that is to take shadows that they've captured and insert them into someone else's body so that they can use that shadow's power for the meantime. That's not something that's permanent, because it's not like they're putting that shadow into a Mario, like into one of the zombie bodies that they have, where it's just going to occupy that space because there's nothing else in there. It will leave after a while. They promised to put a few shadows into Luffy to buff him up, and then Luffy ends up being able to hold up to 100 shadows. And Luffy transforms into like this huge Hulk Frankenstein Luffy samurai monster. And yeah, because he had the katana, he had the sword. They walked the huge tree trunk sized sword over to him, and he went to do battle. They showed us where Lola's shadow came from, and that chick's ugly as fuck.
Shit.
She ugly as fuck. And that's what
Listen
they're like,
to me, my boy. She is very important.
4,000 times.
She is very important, my nigga.
She's been turned down by men over 4,000 times.
She has a verified approval that lets sellers know she's back.
Really? Does she have a verified approval?
I'm about to say that went in perfectly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I thought you did that shit on purpose.
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry. Verified denial, nigga.
Yeah.
So we verified the fact that your ass got denied.
Jesus Christ.
4,000.
So I believe that she's important. I mean, she's an admirable character. Like they definitely show moments like where she's sitting there burning from the sun, like saying, "I'm not moving an inch if the Straw Hats ain't moving an inch. I'm gonna be right here fighting if they're gonna keep fighting." The story progresses in a way where Moria shows everyone that he can manipulate shadows in different ways. If he wants to stretch Oars' shadow in a particular way, he can stretch it, and Oars is going to do whatever the hell he made the shadow do. So if he wants to turn Oars into a ball, Oars is going to become a giant fucking ball. If he wants to stretch Oars' limbs, then Oars' body is going to stretch. So he's able to help Oars use whatever, gum techniques he's got stored in his muscle memory. So he's using Luffy's fighting style and techniques, and Mori is helping him stretch, and he's giving the Straw Hats a hard fucking time before this Frankenstein Luffy shows up. Frankenstein Luffy shows up, beats the shit out of Oars until the shadows leave his body, and then the fight's not over. They have to continue whooping his ass. They all work together in unique ways, and it just shows you how strong the Straw Hats are in general. Like
did you see the Super Megazord?
Their super giant, like whatever tactics number 15 that they put together.
That so crazy.
Robin was like, "No, and don't ever ask me to do that again.
I'm not doing that shit again."
She was pissed, yo.
Yeah, like I was like, "Damn."
Who started that shit? Frankie. Yo, Frankie always was
like, "Come on."
He's always doing some bullshit, bro.
They stood on Sanji and Zoro, and Chopper held on to
Chopper by
head.
the legs.
He held on to Frankie's head.
Who else were they gonna stand on? Like, they're not gonna stand on Usopp. They're not gonna stand on Chopper. Nami. Come on, it has to be those two, bro.
Yeah.
Nani.
So, everything progresses, right? Like more anime fight happens, and then we get how Luffy decides to end it all, combining Gear 2 and Gear 3, which was interesting. And I can tell that that's going to be something that Luffy's going to try to develop even more as they make their way towards the new world. But because they emphasize how much of a strain it is for Luffy to put himself through that much physicality. Like if the guys that we're going to be going up against soon are going to be stronger than this, like Luffy's putting himself through a lot physically just to be able to fight these people.
Mm-hmm.
And then my thing is like I mean, you know, it's a shonen, right? It's a shonen anime, so of course it's battle style. Everything is fighting, but it's just like, you know, you never imagine like pirates anticipating most of their life on the seas, fist fighting motherfuckers. Like just that concept of just like, yeah, we travel the world,
expect them to be shooting,
fist fighting each other. Like
niggas is boxing,
yeah, like you
bro.
you expect like ships and cannonballs firing at each other. People fighting with
Can I ask
swords
you?
and
Can I
shit.
ask you something real quick? Because I know that was probably one of the reasons why you were a little bit hesitant. I saw that, by the way. One of the reasons why you were a little bit
Almost
hesitant
fucked up.
in watching One Piece is because you thought that it was going to be something where they were going to look like the pirates, and not that there aren't pirates that act like that in One
Yeah.
Piece, but
They're-
that they were
they
look like
weak, though. They suck.
yeah, they're most of them are like weak, or they become friends with the Straw Hats. Yeah, so like I know it was like you were thinking, oh, it's gonna be
Or they look
one
like
ship
Pirates of the
versus
Caribbean.
yeah, like I think that's what
Right.
you had in mind when you heard it's a pirate themed.
It is
show.
what I expected, and I kind of like the aesthetic that One Piece provides, the pirate theme, like that pirate genre. But it's just like, you know, like I'm thinking about like trying to put myself into Oda's world mentally, like how these characters interact, how the countries, you know, the people in those countries interact and talk about the world at large and how interconnected the world kind of is, and how the government plays a huge oppressive role in the world. And it's just this thing where, you know, like I guess because it's a shonen anime, that's how the storytelling's always going to go. It's always going to result in a fight, but it's just hard to believe that it's just fight, like fight after fight after fight. Like, you know, you would assume that these characters would go through other conflicts or like other issues problems that they might have to solve that aren't necessarily always fighting. I get it's a shonen anime. We're gonna watch motherfuckers beat each other up. I get it. I understand. It's just
And they're pirates.
It's just things. I get it, but just problem solving in general. Like I just like at least an episode of just like, you know, like it didn't have to.
Motherfucker, have you ever watched the shonen before?
Yes, I have watched shonen, but if you're gonna give me over 1,000 episodes, I'm expecting something other than just the Rubber Man fights New Power Man.
Well, okay, so I will say this.
Okay,
You're still
let
early.
me say something. Let me say something before you go.
No,
The
I'm not
whole
gonna say
show,
anything because I'm gonna ruin it.
the entirety of One Piece is a problem-solving show.
Hold up.
They're solving.
Don't nobody
a
say
problem.
nothing. Don't say.
You will find out what that problem is soon, and that's a promise. When I say soon, I mean soon. When you see the people that are about to pull up, you're gonna be like, that's the problem.
People are
like right now, you don't notice the problem because they're introduced.
People are person.
People. I'm not talking about one guy.
So they're
I'm talking about the guys.
They're giving us inclination towards like what's happening, right? So we saw this guy, the other warlord. I forget his name at the moment.
Dofi?
Who?
No. He's talking about Kuma.
There we go.
Kuma. Oh, it's about to get lit. It's about to get lit.
So they've introduced Kuma, and they showed him on his snail phone.
I need to take Straw Hat with me. That nigga talks weird as hell.
Oh, is that how he talks in English?
That nigga talks weird as hell.
And you know, so they introduced him already. They we know his motive. We know he's there because the world government views the Straw Hats as a threat. They've already promoted Blackbeard to take Crocodile's place as the 7th warlord.
Oh wait, yeah. So you've seen?
No, not yet. He hasn't seen that yet. No.
Oh.
No, you just remember important details, and you always throw those important details before any of the characters have ever even mentioned anything about those details. So I'm explaining to you literally what is happening at this exact fucking moment.
No, but this would have happened.
This is all in conversation that Kuma was having over the phone with whoever from the government he was talking to.
Kuma just pulled up.
He pulled up. He freaking killed the ghost bitch. And then yeah, that shit. He killed the ghost bitch.
Listen to me,
And
bro. A thing that you have to remember with any type of form
Stop
of like.
talking. Shut up.
No, you shut up. Let me say what I have to say. I'm not gonna ruin anything. Jeez.
Watch. He's about to ruin
Any.
some shit.
No, I'm not. In any
Go.
type, in any form of any type of like shows or whatever, if you don't see them die, they're not dead.
You
That's all I'm
ruined the
gonna
shit
say.
right there.
No, I'm
You
not.
just
I didn't
ruined the
ruin
shit.
nothing. I didn't ruin anything. That's a fact. I've said that before. If you don't see them die, they're not dead. That's all I said.
He just thought she was dead though.
You should just left it. You should just left it at that. That's why-
Bro, but he knows
You
that.
know why?
He knows
you
that.
know why? No, he doesn't.
He knows
thought
that.
she was dead. He
No,
literally
that's
thought
not what
she was
I'm.
dead. John,
That's
did you
not
thought
what I.
she- did you
That's
think she was dead?
listen
Yes.
to what I'm about to say. Listen to what I'm about to say. But you know that if you don't see someone die, they're not dead. Correct.
And I assumed that whatever
No
her
sé, era
disappearing act was death.
Yes. She literally just
assume-
poofed in his face. Like that.
I was like, damn.
He
Killed that
poofed
bitch.
her.
Fine, she's dead. She's dead. I haven't seen that bitch since, so she could be dead for all I know.
She poofed.
It just- yeah, that. He literally was just like, bye. and she fucking disappeared.
Again, she could be
So,
dead. We haven't seen her
we've-
since.
We've had opportunities to listen to his motivations, why he's there. He argued with Moria. He told him, I'm here to make sure you don't fuck this shit up because he is a bigger threat than you are giving him credit for. And I'm here to see if you can handle it or not. And he took that shit offensively and said, no, he's in Thriller Bark. He's in my fucking territory, and I'm gonna show you how the fuck we get down. And he's obviously losing. Hard body. So I saw the end of the fight. I saw Moria taking 1,000 shadows from the island. He took every shadow from everybody. And then Luffy still put the paws on him, broke the mast, and then dropped that tower on his stomach. And he passed out. And he spit all the fucking shadows out. And then everybody got their shadow at the last motherfucking second. Zoro was just legs. He was just legs. He was just standing there too, just letting it happen.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then everybody got their shadows back. Everybody came back. And Nami's just like, oh, I forgot. There's another warlord here. And everybody's like, wait, what?
Excuse me?
There's another warlord of the sea? Like, we just defeated one, and that took all motherfucking night. Like, that took all night.
We almost died.
And all of us is tired. Like, and we gotta fight
Luffy.
another one. Luffy's knocked the fuck out. So Luffy's not even he's not even gonna be in this fight, at least to my knowledge. I don't remember the preview for the next episode. But that's where I left off, is that, you know, Kuma's there and everybody's like,
next week about to be good. Next week about to be
what the fuck
good.
is gonna happen
This week.
Oh, well, what the next podcast?
Next podcast.
No, yeah, the next podcast.
You about to come in here.
you're
If you don't come here excited, bro, you stop watching.
Well, the freaking Kuma's was asking Nami about Ace. So I know that they're gonna continue this Ace storyline. So I already have like thoughts, because I already know what happens to Ace. So I just am trying to piece together the conspiracy that's happening, right? Like, with just a little bit of information that they've given us so far. Like Shanks is talking about what Ace is doing behind Whitebeard's back, right? It's Whitebeard that he's a part of. He's a part of his crew, right? So like what he's doing behind his back, and everybody sees Ace as a huge threat and as a problem. But we don't necessarily know Ace's motivations just yet, or what he's genuinely doing, because that could be misinterpreted, or that could just be not the whole story, right? There's always more layers to it than that. And then we also have been teased at Luffy and Ace's father. So we've seen him. We saw what he looks like, only for a brief moment. And they've mentioned him. His grandfather mentioned him. So they've already set these characters up. Yeah, his grandfather mentioned Luffy's grandfather mentions his dad and all this other stuff. When they were in when they came back from Ennie's lobby. And they were on Water 7.
We know when to heaven, bro.
No, because freaking Maggie's giving me this face like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Leave me alone, bro. I ruin everything, right? I ruin everything, so I'm keeping quiet, bro.
But you giving me these confused.
Yo,
giving me confused faces.
I am keeping my mouth shut. Please ask your questions so that we won't answer them.
I'm not asking.
Ask your. Yeah, no, you are. No. Sorry. Say your theories.
Yes.
So I can shut my mouth, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
So I'm just trying to
you.
figure out what the end game is for this character. I already know what happens to the character. I don't know.
We're still not going to tell you how it happens.
I don't know how, what, where, or why.
There's a lot of information that you're still missing.
Any of that stuff, yes.
There's a lot of
all the info, bro.
Yeah, so I'm missing all of it. Like they haven't broken down any of it. I'm just trying to piece it together myself. I'm trying to piece it together myself and try to understand what the family's story is, like what everybody's goals are, that dynamic between, the marine part of Luffy's family and the pirate part of Luffy's family. Like there's obviously something that's there. And I know they're going to get to it eventually, but I would like to learn about what those things are and, kind of, I guess, be ready for whatever's coming later. That's basically it. I do want to point out that I think Ryuma, right, was the samurai's name, the zombie samurai. That has to be one of the most badass character designs ever. That zombie samurai whole thing, like that was just a really, really dope character design. And even though Zoro handled him with the quickness, I definitely appreciated that particular villain. So that might have been my favorite villain for this whole entire arc was Ryuma. I thought that was excellent, and his voice actor in Japanese was fantastic. That was chilling. It was cool. even when he did Brooks laugh, that was funny too. So that's where we're at. I'm waiting to see what comes next. Thriller Bark was interesting. Wish I was watching it during Halloween. It probably would have been more enjoyable during that season. But it was okay.
Yeah.
And then we saw Hogback and Absalom like basically team up and leave, I guess.
Niggas is out of
it. It was like, listen, I don't need Thriller Bark anymore. You want to stay here? You trying to be out.
Yeah.
And he was just like, shit. Yeah, maybe.
Absalom was looking at everything fucking falling. He was like, it's time to dip, bro.
Yeah, I think
it's time to skedaddle from this. This crew is not our crew no more. We out of here.
Yeah, I mean, Ghost Chick is in purgatory. And
like I said,
wherever the fuck she disappeared to. And everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. All the zombies are gone. Everything is done. The whole damn fucking ship is destroyed.
I remember that feeling when that nigga pulled up and Perona came talking shit. Get the fuck out my face. I was like, who is this nigga?
So we gotta see what happens.
I was scared as hell for my niggas. I was like, yo, my niggas about to die.
They're preparing us for whatever happens in the new world. And then
it's crazy. It's about to get crazy.
We'll go from there.
No, yeah. But next
I'm not gonna take anything serious until I get to the time skip.
Oh no, wait.
Okay.
No, you gotta.
I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say. Go ahead. Don't take nothing serious. You
not that I'm not okay. Maybe that was a bad.
We're gonna talk next week, bro.
Just that I feel like all of the cool shit that everybody keeps hyping up happens after the time skip.
Bro, you've had mad cool shit, bro.
Of course, yes. I'm not saying.
What are you talking about?
I'm
Maybe.
just
Mad
saying,
cool shit has happened. That fight with Ryuma was fire.
Everything that I
the
look
fight
at,
Luffy
bro,
versus
I
Lucci
can't-
fight was
I
fire.
cannot-
What are you talking about?
I cannot look at any One Piece material, nothing, because
Listen to me,
everything-
bro.
No, listen. I can't even look at One Piece video games because all of the fucking video
I feel
games,
you.
the character
Yeah.
designs are for after the
can't
fucking
even-
time skip. I can't play shit. I can't
really
touch
can't.
anything.
You cannot
Because
do
if I
shit.
do it, it's gonna spoil most of the story for me because I'm gonna probably get through the game faster than I get through the anime.
For
So
sure.
like I
True.
everything I have seen, all of the artwork, all of the games that I see, everything on all types of social media is all stuff that's after the time skip. I barely see anything before the time skip. I barely see any of the original characters.
Because that was like over 15 years ago, bro. Like, what
and that's
you want
the
to
reason,
do?
and that's the reason
Listen,
why
bro,
I feel like I can't take.
Just go
too
go
much
to
for
go
this
to
time.
Twitter, right? They have this thing
I
called
did.
mute.
I
Okay,
did,
good.
and it
Okay,
still
good.
happens. It still comes through.
No, it's impossible, bro. Then you didn't mute the right things.
No, because people will still post One Piece videos and not say One Piece in it.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
it can
they'll
just still
put
pop.
anime.
It'll be like
They'll
because
put, like, anime,
Twitter will give you
shonen.
anime topic, and it'll still pop up.
Yep.
Like you can't really avoid it,
Shonen.
unfortunately.
Shonen.
Okay, say no more.
It is. What
Say no
it
more.
is. It's
Listen,
fine.
man. Next week, I want you to come in here with more vigor, more excitement, because the next
he is.
10
You're
to
not gonna
11
say nothing.
episodes
He
that you're
is.
about to watch, you're really gonna like be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Then what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're gonna have a
So-
what the fuck moment soon.
Yeah, so definitely, again, I'm happy that you're enjoying this. Try my best not to ruin this shit for you because I like talking about One Piece. That's why I've been trying to be quiet. And I say one thing and niggas is yelling at me that I'm ruining shit. So, but yeah, man. Again,
It is
the
what it is.
next 10 episodes are really good, and of course, the next arc that's coming up, you're gonna find out a lot of shit. Like again,
Yeah.
You might bang out 20 episodes.
He's not lying. The questions about Ace will definitely be answered within the next like 30 to 40 episodes. So just be patient. That's all I have to say. Really, just
Gotcha.
be patient.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just impatient.
It's because One Piece be, the pacing, bro. It just be dragging sometimes. It's like how many episodes do we got to see fucking Luffy stuck between a building? Like, is that really necessary to the story?
That had to have been probably one of my most aggravating Luffy moments ever. And I was viscerally mad when Luffy took a nap in Alabasta.
I mean, again,
No, that was unnecessary. I'm sorry. Fuck you.
it's
Luffy.
comic relief,
Fuck you for
bro.
falling asleep.
It's comic. How is he going to heal?
Don't
He
care.
need to take a nap. He need to take
He
a
made
nap.
he made a rubber. I didn't know rubber needed to heal.
Yo, fucking what? If you felt like that, I hope you felt like that when Goku was always sleeping in the beginning of Z. Every time a big fight's about to happen, Goku's nowhere to be found until the boss is there, and then let's get Goku. That literally happened every single time. Them niggas went to
asses handed to them until Goku shows up.
Them niggas went to Namek, bro. They was doing what they had to do. Then fucking Frieza
Gohan,
came.
Krillin, and Vegeta were about to get that handed to. And then
who came? Now Goku. Oh no, Goku came to the island. Oh shit. Well, you know what we got to do for Goku? We got to switch him with the fucking frog, and now he's the frog, and Genghis him, and all the other shit. Like, come on, son. So if you really mad at this nigga for sleeping, I hope you gave Goku the same type of energy. And maybe next week we can talk about how Goku is a really shit main character. Because Crispin, I sent you that TikTok, so we can definitely talk about that next week.
I seen that shit.
Word.
I seen that.
Fine.
Shit.
So put it in your notes. All right. So
Put it in your notes,
we can go ahead and say peace
Finish
out
this,
to
John.
the audience for this episode. Thank you guys once again. For
Hold on.
No. Oh,
Hold on.
He's doing the sound effects. Never mind. There you go. And that's how you know that you've made it to the end of the podcast when you hear the One Piece outro. And if you've made it all the way to the end of the podcast, once again, we love and appreciate you very, very much. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Paradise YouTube channel, where you will find more than just the podcast available for your viewing pleasure. You may follow the podcast and all of us individually on our multiple social media platforms. Yep, there we go. There's a whole bunch of information down there. And
tell them how to spell Paradise on YouTube.
Paradise with a $sign instead of the S. Yeah, that little $sign right there next to right there next to podcast. $E podcast. So make sure you like this video, share it with friends and family that might be interested in topics about anime and video games, and let us know down in the comments below what you guys thought about today's episode. How did you guys like Invincible, seeing as how we were trying to convince Crispin and Shawny to watch it so we can talk about Invincible and Superboy maybe another day. And then what do you guys think is in store for the future of Nintendo? Do you have ideas for what you think Nintendo can do for a new Switch? If not, if you want to see Nintendo go completely left field and do like a virtual reality headset or some stupid shit like that, let us know down in the comments below, and we will definitely talk about that, right? Because it means like, no, hell no. It'll be the Oculus Switch, bro. It'd be interesting.
The Oculus Switch.
God,
you could put it on your
That's
face,
just
or you
never
could
gonna
put it on the TV. Whatever
The
you want.
Oculus Switch.
that's never coming off the TV. What the fuck? Like, nah, I ain't a. I'm not gonna be
So
out here like,
that's all the time that we have. If you guys want access to more things, you can go ahead and support us on Patreon, become a Patreon member, have access to us reacting live to anime episodes, and we also have this podcast available to stream and listen to on other platforms like Apple, Spotify, and Anchor. And if you're listening on Anchor, there is a way for you to donate to the podcast as well, and you can support us there also. But we appreciate your time. We getting the fuck up out of here. Sheesh.
I hate this nigga, bro.